I bring you the latest news. The latest news are as follows. The latest news are as follows. Iran officials say support for new sanctions will be an act of war. That's the news between Iran-US wars. The new head of Iran's top security body warned on Sunday. They have warned on Sunday that Tehran will see any country support for new US economic measures against them, the economic wars against them, against the Islamic Republic as an act of war. While Iran's president defended a memorandum of understanding with the United States as the best way out of the stalled conflict, this delayed conflict that they are in. Treasury Secretary Scott Bessent on Monday is expected to announce the new measures after the US has vowed to impose an unprecedented level of economic warfare against Iran and isolation of any country that has lived for decades under sanctions, and against any country that supports Iran in their mission to defend themselves. Also Monday, Pakistan's army chief, the chief of the Pakistani army, is expected to visit Iran as a mediator trying to revive the talks between Iran and the United States, because it happens to affect their economy and others' economies. And also the US is saying that any country that is supporting Iran will face the wrath of the United States, whether economically or otherwise. And Iran says anyone that supports America in their evil ways, in their ways that they abuse other countries, they will also face the wrath of Iran. So no chances no chances for those who don't take sides. So any country that is trying to choose their side better choose wisely right now. Meanwhile, attacks claimed on the Strait of Hormuz, but posturing did not, as a recently created Iranian authority has listed dozens of vessels will face restriction on future transits, meaning that anyone who will be trying to pass through the Iranian Strait of Hormuz and is against Iran will face the restrictions and the wrath of Iran. Here's a look at the latest developments in the Iran-US war and the wider Middle East on Sunday. Full coverage can be found there. Iran's security chief sharpens warnings to neighbors. The hardline leader of Iran's Supreme National Security Council, Mohsen Rezai, issued his latest warning on what was later called Twitter on X, with the comments quickly shared by Iranian state media. It came a day after Rezai's most extensive public comment since being named to the post this month of 2026. And in his words, in Rezai's words, the minister, Iran's Supreme National Security Council, Mr. Rezai, in his words, if Trump wants to do something, we will retaliate in a seismic manner, he had told the state broadcaster in an interview that aired later Saturday. He said Iran would target other oil shipping routes from the Persian Gulf and the alternatives to the Strait of Hormuz, meaning any passage that is there, any open road that is still there, they will attack that route and keep it unsafe for any ship that is trying to pass by, said by Rezai, the Supreme National Security of Iran. Rezai, a former Revolutionary Guard commander and military advisor to the Supreme Leader Ayatollah Mojtaba, was part of senior appointments widely seen as hardening Tehran political and military stance. Iranian president wants to move past neither war or peace. Thank you, Rogan. Thank you for your contribution, but YouTube has not yet allowed me to receive anything from anyone. So just like the live, if it makes sense to you, then maybe when YouTube has allowed me to, you can contribute on that. Thank you. But thank you. Thank you. Iranian president wants to move past neither war nor peace. Iranian President Masoud Masoud alias Sunday said the memorandum of understanding signed in mid-June was the best way to move beyond a situation of neither war nor peace, adding that Tehran can attract investment nearly 6 months after the war has begun. There is not a single provision in this agreement that amounts to capitulation, as said by the Iran officials, said in a speech published by state-run IRNA. They say the Supreme Leader sets the policies and they will follow the path of the Supreme Leader after all he has said. The interim deal opened a 60-day period for talks aimed at ending the war between Iran and the US and reaching an accord of Iran's nuclear program, the weapons program. That period ended last week with no signs of compromise or extension. There were no confirmed attacks in the Strait of Hormuz over the past 48 hours. A multinational coalition overseen by the U.S. Navy said on Sunday, with shipping traffic still at reduced levels. The U.S. military said its blockade of Iranian ports had redirected 70 commercial ships and disabled 3 as on Sunday. That's the U.S. Navy and their words. Iran's recently created Persian Gulf Strait Authority, sanctioned by the U.S., published a list of dozens of ships it said had violated arrangements for transiting the strait and would face future restrictions like fines or seizures of whatever they have during import. The strait had been considered an international waterway before the U.S. and Israel attacked Iran on February 28th of 2026. Iran and Oman on the strait's other side are now discussing management of Strait of Hormuz, which likely will include ships paying fees. Pakistan's army chief will visit Tehran. Pakistan Field Marshal Asmin Munir will lead a delegation to Tehran on Monday, Iranian state television reported, citing Iran's foreign ministry spokesperson Ismail Beghai. 2 regional officials said the visit was part of the Islamabad's efforts to de-escalate the war between Iran and the U.S., tensions between the United States and Iran, and urged them to return to the negotiation tables. The official spokesperson, on condition of keeping the matter private because they were not authorized to discuss whatever was discussed between Iran and the U.S. to the public. Thank you. That's the news I offer you today. And I had to repost this because the last time it did not post my live. So thank you for any contribution. For anyone who wants to contribute, YouTube has not yet monetized my channel and has not yet approved some of the things, even though I have so much subscribers. I'm still waiting for their approval. And thank you for anyone who wishes to contribute. But thank you.